YouTube's going. Go for it, Thomas. I'm here. Morning, Brian. Rochelle's here. David. Walkus. Hey, Ken. Well, that's not good. Usually coming in hot. Hey, Dave. Phoebe. Earl's here. Petra's here. Awesome. Everyone get their texts and emails today? Sweet.
Hey, there we are. How do I get all the way there? And how come my green screen's not here? What's going on here? Who moved my cheese? Let me see what's going on here. Video settings. Background effects. Where's all my background effects? Huh. That's very strange. Are we in the same room we're always in, Matt? Yeah, aka beach, right. That's very strange. Let me see if I blur it out.
I mean, I think so.
Yeah, where are the here. Yo. This is not cool. Oh, my background. Oh, that's not good. We'll have to find it. I guess I'm not going to be at the beach today. Any studio effects? No. No. That's weird. That's weird that none of our stuff is there, Matt. I'm going to have to
It is.
protest. Yeah, well, today you guys are going to have me with the green screen. What can I say? Let me just turn on the chat. Say hello to everybody. And I'm sure you guys really don't care. Yeah. Brendan Moondog. Like commercial for the Green Move. Thank you, Earl. Brendan, Rick. Yeah, I'm in the swamp somewhere, right? Ken, how are you? Lori, how are you? Thomas, how are you? Walkus, I know you don't care. I know. Happy Friday to you too, BB. Doug says when I signed on, the sign on on screen looked different. Yep. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. That's weird, Matt. Do you know what's going on?
No.
I mean, everybody's here. It looks the same. I guess I'll just have to load up my oops. I'll have to load up my I'm just looking for that video setting, but I don't see it here. Your virtual background, maybe no, I don't have it. Usually I have it loaded up here. Let's see if I can add something from yeah, I can go back to being in Los Angeles. There we go. There we go. How about that for today? Till I get the other one going. Yeah, this is better. And with a green screen, let's do that. Perfect. We are now all set. Okay. Hopefully that'll work. Robert, that's the beauty of the green screen. When I don't usually have to do anything to it, I just have to turn on, and all the good stuff comes on, and the green screen doesn't go on. Miriam, good morning. DB Cooper, good morning. Carlos, good morning. Yeah, I don't think you guys care too much about my green screen. Apple were good to me so far. I'm over $2,100. Good, good. Now, let me ask you guys, did anybody make money on the Amazon trade from the trading pit that I gave you guys? 70% on Amazon. We got to keep Matt busy around here with numbers. We got to give him numbers. Now, Gaston, again, you bought an out of the money. You bought an out of the money call, didn't you? You just can't help yourself, could you? 60 delta. It's 70 delta or higher. It really makes a big difference. All right. We're in the money. The key is nobody lost money on Amazon. 60%, 57% to fund Amazon then. Sorry about that, Ralph. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully most of those calls are not mine. Don't look at P&L, right? Good, Susan. I'm glad to hear that. Sounds good. Whatever works. Whatever works. All right. I think it's that time. Let's begin. I'm not going to. Somebody was asking me about my trip. I'm not going. I canceled my trip this afternoon. I was going to go. You're welcome, Ricky. Go ahead and grab all of those about Amazon. They'll be perfect for the Monday's broadcast, Matt. From Ricky and from Cyrus, all that stuff. Um, I'm not going to. I was going to go to Charleston over the weekend, but I'm not going to go because my father-in-law, he's in the hospital. He has some heart problems. So I didn't want my father had knee surgery, so I don't want to leave my daughter. It was supposed to be a little romantic getaway with my wife and I. We're not going to go because we can't really leave her anywhere, and I don't want to leave her anywhere, and we don't want to really go anywhere with him feeling this way. So we're just going to hang out here. So I'm not really going anywhere, and I was really going to go after hours anyway, so it doesn't impact any of you guys. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. He's the oldest. I was telling Matt he's the oldest living recipient in the world with a kidney transplant. The reason it took so well and for so many years is because it was his sister's. Um, but he's still alive. We thought we would lose him many years ago, and he's still with us. Nice, Scott. Excellent. I'm happy to hear that you guys made out like most of you guys made out like bandits on Amazon. I posted my entry and exit, and if you traded the underlying, you would have done well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So let me share my screen. We'll go to the S&P 500. I'll start here. Well, actually, I want to start here today. A few hiccups that we have that we need to deal with. I mean, I love the fact that's great, Glenn. Yeah, I'll go through meta levels later. I actually like meta for a potential gap to green, but there's a reason why I'm not in it right now. I don't want to get into it in this program because it's not really related to gap to green. But I will send out a email explaining things to gap to green members so that you guys understand what and what, where, and what. Uh, that's okay, Gary. 77%. I'm sure you'll forgive me. That's good. Go ahead and grab that one too, Matt. Okay. So as I mentioned, we got past the 505 level, obviously, clearly, without any question. We got past the 510 level, but now we're at this pesky moving average here on the SPY. On the Qs, we're not even close to being there. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Thank you, Just Old Bob. I appreciate it. And here's my problem. You see the problem? Do I need to explain, or you could pretty much see it with your own eyes? Do you see the problem here? It's a big problem. And I don't like that. And that's not making me feel warm and fuzzy. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not taking long trades right now. If we can't pass this level on the Qs, and I'm going to go back and forth for illustrative purposes only. I'm going to keep this chart up. And if we can't get above this level, notice the meat of the bar of the candle, not the bar, the candle or the bar, however you want to call it. And the wick is above, but everything else is below. Now, there's two ways this is going to go. You're welcome, Sandy. Grab that one too, Matt. We're getting some great testimonials on the Amazon trade, which is fantastic. Love to see that. Okay. So, and I think we may be back at our 96% win rate, not 95.7, but 96. I know you care about that as much as you care about my green screen. But Matt, you're a little pale. Is it I think, and it's not you. I'm looking at your skin tone. It's something's a little. You look like a ghost. You should adjust your color. I'll show you how to do it. I've done it at my house on my camera. So, anyways, I don't like I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. And I don't like the fact that we're at 508 right now. I don't like this. Now, with that said, you see how we're moving down here like this? I don't like that. There's a lot of things I don't like today. Like, for example, I don't like the fact that we couldn't defend this gap, this big gap, and we're right now already down to here. If we move more than if we move more than 50%, there's a chance we could fill it, and that wouldn't be really great. So I'm actually looking for more shorts right now than I am looking for longs because I believe that there's a higher chance that unless you see, the problem is this. Yes, Wagas, 200, I never change it on my Thinkorswim. I play around on TC 2000, but never on Thinkorswim. It's red, white, and blue. Red is 200, white is 100, and blue is 50, and that's always how it is on my TC on Thinkorswim. Did we Thomas just go through 50%? You may be right. I'm not sure. We gap right here. We're down to 508. Started at 505. You may be right. You may be right. But I'd love to we have to defend 50% of the gap. Mike, we'll talk about it. Let me first talk about this, and we'll talk about interest rates. So I'm not really, I mean, first of all, it's Friday. It's not Monday. Friday, typically after 1 o'clock, markets go not go down or up. They just kind of they start not really doing anything. Also, markets aren't really doing anything right now, but I'm really not liking the trajectory of this down. I would feel much better if we were seeing this. Let me give you an example. It's one of the stocks that I'm looking at. We're going to talk about it in a minute. It's on my list. I would have much preferred to see this. Do you see the difference? And I would have also preferred to have seen this. Do you see the difference? I would have really liked the SPY to look like this morning, not like this. It's great to have something to show you. So I'm going to show you again. Let's look at the SPY. Down trajectory, hitting and moving away versus a stock like, God darn it. Why I like TC 2000s fast. And this stock is what I would have loved to see from this is what I really would have loved to have seen from the SPY. We're not seeing that from the SPY. Are we seeing it from the Qs? Let's see. We're not. We're seeing pretty much the same thing. I mean, maybe a little more than 50%. We're still in the range, but this is bad. And you could see the SPY at least tried to go above. This couldn't even, it kissed it and said bye-bye. What stock was that? We're going to talk about it in a minute. It's the third stock on my list today. We'll talk. I'm going to have it back up in a minute. So does that mean the market's going to pull down all the way? I don't think so. I think it would have done it already. The first hour is crucial, and we're beyond the first hour. We're going into lunchtime, but lunchtime isn't really an excuse to sell. Lunchtime is a more of an inactivity. So what do I think the market's going to do today? Well, two things. Based on what I'm seeing technically, I'm not liking it. But statistically, theoretically, using probabilities, not looking at today in isolation, but looking at it over the last 10 years, when you have a move like this, the market tends to defend it towards the end of the day. Okay? In other words, the market tends to go down and then come back up. Okay? Not seeing that right now. Not seeing that yet. Hoping it'll start in the afternoon. But again, we got a couple of things going against us. The fact that we keyed off of the 50-day moving average. The fact that it's Friday. The fact that we just had a really good set of numbers on Apple and on the report. And we've had good earnings pretty much this week. And the market can't seem to get it above the 50-day moving average. That's really concerning me. Bodine says, I'm playing the ES to hold here, risking profits from earlier in the day. Yeah, that's fine. Again, I'd love to see us go above the VWAP. We're not above the VWAP. We've been below the VWAP the majority of the day today. Obviously, that's understandable with the size of the gap. But again, I'm not really seeing an amazing job of this gap holding. And again, it's Friday. No, it wasn't, Adam. Yeah, but the market is trying and doing everything it can. The I don't you don't see you I can probably count on one hand how many days we've seen where the market goes up 300 points and then turns around and flattens out. As a matter of fact, the odds of that happening are not high because of Apple, but which is probably a good reason for me to just stay away from the market today because we're kind of in twilight zone. But again, I'm not really happy or loving what I'm seeing. If I was, I would have kept Amazon. I wouldn't have gotten out of it. Okay, I'm not an idiot. I would have stayed long Amazon. Okay. With that said, so how do you position yourself? You try to position yourself accordingly. You try to position yourself. Yeah, I think we have to position ourselves accordingly. I think we have to be very careful, be very mindful, and also respect the volatility. And with that, understand that we don't need to have huge exposure with volatility. But at the same time, this is not a time where you want to hold positions to death. Yes, I was about to say small positions. And you can use ATR for that. And I showed you that yesterday. And we should have, I think, Graham or Josiah has shown Cam where it is in our list. Okay, with that said, be careful, be nimble, be mindful. Hey, that's great. You're welcome, John T. Matt will copy that, repost it. Now, I want to tell you guys something before we move on to the next segment. Very important. Actually, Matt was going to tell you about this, but since he didn't, I'll tell you about it. Do you want to say it, Matt, or should I say it?
Got it.
All right. Here, posting a link for you. No, you can't, Thomas. No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. And you shouldn't be using Bollinger Bands. Never mind. No, it's not. You don't. They're not the same. Now, folks, on Monday, I'm going to have a very, very cool class at 1 o'clock. Remember December when I told you my top stock, NVIDIA, when I told you Humana, my bottom stock? Remember that? I'm going to do it again for the second half of the year. It's going to be very, 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 very cool. I'm going to give you a lot of hot stocks. So you don't want to miss it. I just posted the link above. I dare you not to sign up. I know you guys love coming here. I know you guys will, but it's going to be very good. So again, I think the market's going to be very choppy. I'd love to see an end of day rally taking us into Monday. I don't think Monday's going to be a big day. I think Monday's going to be a rotational day. There's a really high chance we're going to stick around this area unless the market really, really, really proves itself and shows us. Another thing I want to mention, Chirag, it's right here. I just posted it a second ago, but I'll post it just for you. Here's the link. There it is. All right, there you go. Okay, so right here, we're caught in between here. Maybe a good time next week. If I see follow through, if I see us breaking the low on Monday, I'll probably in the weekly cash flow put on a either an iron condor or a bear call spread. Maybe, Adam. Maybe. I believe it will. It's going to be a huge event. Like I know that all the guys we're it's going to be like the biggest event next week. Okay. Energy stocks are good to hold over the weekend because all the crap in the Middle East usually happens over. Yeah, I wouldn't be too concerned with CEG or GE. I'm mostly talking about the broader market stocks. Okay. With that said, you guys have a good trajectory for the market. You have a good trajectory for the day session. You have a good trajectory for the overnight session. I've shown you already, or I haven't. I'll show you right now. Remember that pesky levels, the 510, 505? Well, look, we couldn't really break this level. And remember the rule of thumb is once we really break a level, we begin traversing it and we stopped right at the moving average. That's why I always say, in addition to these levels, you have to keep in mind of the 50-day moving average. Oh, it's all good, Adam. We'll make sure you get access to it. But right now we're back at the 510. So that means 505.50. You soon you're going to have nightmares on that level. It's not out of the realm. I'm hoping we'll come back up and just close near the 510 and be ready to break it next week, but I'm not holding my breath. Wanted to show you this so you have it. Now I'll show you the QQQ so you have it for continuity purposes since we go through this every morning. And again, have you guys noticed, now we're on this level on the spot, have you guys noticed I don't switch topics on you? I don't play games. I don't go, it's a story. It continues. Good, bad, and ugly. It's a story that continues. So we're now we're now uh we're now back in this level here. I don't like that, but we are. So 434 to 430 on the QQQ. So we tried, peaked, got slapped, can go back down. Chirp said going to heaven. Well, that's good. Thank you. I hope so. That would be nice. Okay, now we can go through our stocks. Oh, I'm extra hungry today, Matt. Hopefully the loop is ready for us.
They usually are pretty good about that.
Yep. All right. We have the 5-minute, we have the daily, we have the Hakanashis. We're all ready to go. Tesla, I don't know. I haven't looked at Tesla lately. It's been off my radar. Tesla looks to me like he wants to break this level and come right back down to here, which is what I said when it was doing this up here, 200. I said probably going to come back down here. I don't touch the stock much. I do it for day trades, but not really, and especially when it's going down. But I don't like to swing the stock because if you get stuck in it and Elon says something, ay, 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 caramba, it's going to be bad. Okay, stocks. Let's do the short side first. I don't know why, but why not? Expedia broke down after earnings on the dumpster. Stop loss would be 60% distance, so somewhere around 128. Yeah, it does. It does, Bodine. We got and I'm just not a fan of him. I think he's full of shit. 21 days till expiration, May 24th. You could go right here, 69 Delta. I won't tell anybody. Go right here, 126. I'm not gonna hold. I don't hold back. You guys are family, right? Why would I hold back? I'm entitled to my opinion. Um, I'd like to see more downside here, but the fact that it went down so much and the fact that it's building a base and it can't jump on the market going up today is a very, very good sign that the stock will go lower. We'll put a stop right here at 39. 21 days to go, 74 Delta, 39 put. Guild, like the stock. This is one of the stocks I liked yesterday, actually. Looks like it wants to go down. It's been, look at this. Does it really matter today, tomorrow, yesterday? No, it's been going down. It's in a mature downtrend. We want a mature downtrend. Your stop loss would be around 67. I'd prefer to go right above this pivot if you can afford it. If not, you could just go above this pivot here at 67. We want to go 21 days out to 73 Delta, 66 put right here. Yeah, of course, Arturo. You guys want to know what I'm really thinking. You don't want me to just tell you some nonsense. You guys, that's why you're coming here, right? Well, I'm telling you what I'm thinking. Deacon, let me finish my thing and then and then we'll go from I'll talk Nvidia. It's important stock. For the record, I'm loving how semiconductors are reacting to this rally, and Nvidia is the biggest semiconductor stock. That should answer your question. But also, I'm going to talk about Taiwan Semiconductor, and I'll loop into Nvidia then. We're not. Let me just do my thing, okay, Deacon? We'll get there. I promise you, we'll get there. I would put a stop around 104, 105, 21 days out, CAH 75 delta. Option. Why is the option so spready? You'll have to go 63 maybe. I wouldn't. Well, you'll have to work this one. Maybe 15 days out. It's got some. No, we can't. No. Don't want to do that. And honestly, be careful putting positions on today. Implied volatility is really high right now. It's Friday. We got the weekend coming up. Monday is a rotational day. Be careful. But I like, yeah, SMH. That's when I talk semiconductors, I'm always talking SMH. Let's not jump back and forth. I don't want to confuse anybody here. Can you give Tony the YouTube link, please? Oh, what a beauty. What a beauty. How many times have I brought this stock up in the last week here? You can't lie to me. I have a book. I keep records. At least 3 times. And before a while. Mature trend. Mature trend. There's nothing like a mature trend. It's hard to move a mature trend. 103.46 for a stop, 21 days out. 69 or 78 delta. Either the 100 or 102 put, 21 days till expiration, May 24th expiration. Yeah, since Monday, right. And what has it been doing all week? Now, when a market goes up 400 points on the Dow and the stock goes down, it's a good sign. It's a good sign that institutions are selling it today. Promise you they're selling it today. They're not buying it today. Yes, it's been a turd. Exactly. And I love turds to the downside. Let's look at some more turds. This used to be a real big mover in the late 90s, early 2000s. Actually early mid 90s, not 2000s. Big mover. This was a really good day trading stock. Uh Find relative weak stocks, not stop loss. I'm just showing you where a stop level would be. In other words, if it negates that level, you get out. You don't have to put a stop loss. Put an alert. Alerts are much better than stop losses. Half the time, puts your stop loss, it just breaks right back down. The alert will save you. I would put a stop right around 1010. Uh, it's going to be a tough here. It's got 14 days to go. We're going to go in the money. We're going to go all the way to 81, and it's spready. 110 put if you want this stock, but you're gonna have to work the order. Yeah, what Sean just said. Yum, the one we confused with Yum C. Remember what has it done since I started talking about it on Monday? Down, down. Note here. Down. Also spready, right? Yeah, also spready. We're not gonna get off on this one. You know what? You can go 49 days out, and you can go. I'm forcing it. Nah, I'll just give you the underlying. Deacon says, I don't trust my broker, so alerts, no stops. And I was thinking no, you're not crazy. It's not about trusting your broker. It's about not trusting the guy trading against you. So I would put my stop right here at 138 something. Already broke this level. Doesn't really have all that much down. And restaurants, Starbucks, a lot of these places have not been doing well because interest rates are going to be higher for longer. Not loving how Amazon is reacting right now at all. At all. Just as a comment. I'm just looking at the market here. We're still below the VWAP, still not above it, not loving it. And we're going into, excuse me, going into lunchtime. Okay, so I'm not going to give you an option on it, but if you want an option, you're going to have to get this one right here. 49 days to go, YUM, June 21st, 140, 140 put. All right, let's continue. I do like how semiconductors are looking. Dollar General, my last short for today. Lower highs, straight breakdown right here. 140, 150. 21 days to go. 69 is fine. 140 put. All right. Let's do the long side, shall we? Now, folks, keep in mind, most, not all, but most of the stocks that I'm showing you right now are not going to be that impacted if the market goes up. Like, for example, Dollar General, the market's up like crazy today. The stock has been in a mature downtrend. What is it doing today? It's not really doing much. What's the trajectory? Down. The odds are it's going to keep going down. But Roger, you make it look so simple. Yes, because it's not complicated. Your mind games, your mental state is. Think about it. I've given you guys a profitable system over and over and over. A lot of you are still second guessing it. That's not on me. That's on mind games. You need three things in trading to succeed. You need patience. You need mental edge, mind traps, mental edge, emotional. You call it whatever you want. It's the same thing. And you need a strategy. I've given you a strategy. Can't give you the other two things. Yes, definitely read the mind traps in the members area, but this is a great looking stock. So what you may want to do when you're looking at stocks like this and you see the market going up 300 points, 400 points, it's maybe a good time to fade it, assuming it's not going up too much. Like this is perfect. All right. Let's continue. And we'll do more of those trades. We'll do more of those trades with time. You know, I want you guys to get used to the basics first. Remember, I had a goal beginning of the year. I want to make a dozen top traders with a track record who can prove to me that they know what they're doing. And I still have May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I still have 8 months to prove it. I find it hard to take profits at first minutes of market opening and your recommendations. Well, why do you find it so hard to take profits, Gaston? I think there's got to be a reason for it. Is it a mental thing or is it moves everywhere, the price? I see. So wait a few minutes after the market opens. Yes, fear of loss of gains. Yes, mind traps. But don't blame me. Most folks don't really need to take mind and mental work really seriously until they know what they're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't need to worry about your mind. You need to worry about your edge. But I've shown you an edge. Every day I show you an edge. We have a 96% win rate on 320 trades in the pit. If that's not an edge, I don't know what is. What is? Let's continue. Yeah, Sean, I'm nervous about today. I may enter some shorts today. I don't. It's Friday afternoon, or it's going to be Friday afternoon soon. Markets are overextended to the upside. We don't know what Monday brings. We're rejecting the 50-day moving average. We are still in earnings. Apple can't carry the whole market. I would be cautious. I would be very, very cautious. There's a lot of reasons to be cautious. Let's put it this way. Monday afternoon, like around 2:30 to 3 o'clock, I think will be a better time than right now to enter trades. Does the pit have a trade tracker? No, we don't track it because I don't give you guys the options. I teach you how to do the options. We have a back office track it and with the options. But the pit is tracked on the timestamps, which is better than anything else. And I also tell you my entry and my exit. Let's put it this way, Tricia. I haven't had one person complain. Ben J, you need to contact customer service and they'll give you the link. Let's put it this way. I haven't had any complaints on the pit. Anybody here complaining about the pit? Any complaints after that? I got 50. Let me show you how upset people are about the pit. Look. If you made money on Amazon, give Clyde a thumbs up. 63 thumbs up today. Yeah, see, that's how many complaints we're getting on the pit. Yeah, nobody's complaining about the pit. Nice, nice. You shouldn't be in it, right? Thank you. So you see, Trisha, that's the feedback about the pit. You can make money every day. Uh, let the folks tell you about the pit. Let them tell you about the pit. Larry, I love the pit. Best investment. Robert, you have class. I'm gonna be working on the outline this weekend. It's gonna be sometimes this month. The VWAP class. Might try. Yeah, it does have more upside, but I would be careful with it. I would be careful. Good. All right. So now, Tricia, now you see how what the real story of the pit is. All right. All right. All right. All right, Thomas. Thank you. Thanks, Matt. So Dollar General stop loss right around here, 142.19. Yeah, you can get into the pit. Just call customer service or reach out to customer service or post your or send me an email and I'll help you get into the pit. Roger@rogerscott.com and say, I want in the pit. All right, let's go. So stop loss around 145, 21 days to expiration. We want to go 68 delta right here, 140 put. Let's move on to calls now. TCOM. Those also are looking good, Richie. We're now going to move to calls, okay? Matt, folks have decided that the pit is a good program.
Well, it's a pretty easy decision.
84 delta, 50 call, expiring in 14 days. TCOM, your risk level would be around right here, 47. The next one, Taiwan Semiconductor. I really like the stock a lot. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, BB. You know what? Grab all of them, Matt. We can put them all in the thing. There's a lot of them. So I like this stock a lot. I'm looking to go long this stock. Roger, here's my email address. Roger@rogerscott.com. Okay, I'm not going to be interrupted anymore. I like the stock. I'm thinking of going long this stock. I really, 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 really like this stock a lot. And I think it'll go up to about the 148 before it gets stuck. I would put my stop at 132. I'm looking at about 21 days till expiration. The only reason why I'm not entering this trade right now is because of all the reasons I've given you already. 72 delta, 135 call, 21 days till expiration, May 24th. I would write that down because there's a good chance I may give you this trade in the pit or one of my programs because I really, really, really like it. Have I told you how much I like it? And look at how it's holding on today. And with that said, NVIDIA doing a really good job. The problem with NVIDIA needs to overcome this level here a little more aggressively. I'd like to see a little more upside. Oh, grab that from John too. So I need to see a little more upside on NVIDIA. But overall, I'm very happy with what I'm seeing on SMH. But again, we're still inside this level. That I'm not happy about that. Taiwan Semiconductor, on the other hand, is above all those levels. And it's doing what I would like. It's doing exactly what I would like to see from SMH and NVIDIA. Okay. So I would put my stop right here at about 132.50-ish. 21 days to go. I already gave you this one. So let's continue. Levi's. We talked about Levi's. Remember, Matt? We talked about Levi's?
Yes, I do.
We did, and I like Levi's. Ironically, most retailers are sucking it right now, but Levi's are not doing so great. And boots, yes, pink sparkles. And they remember. They remember. God bless. They actually remember. They pay attention. Good. 2080. We're going to go 49 days, but we're going to go in the money. That way you're not getting ripped off. You're going to go in the money, 78 delta. You're paying only $1.88. You're only paying, so guess what? $1.88 of the price of the $2.10 of this option, which is in the money. You only the implied volatility will only impact 22 cents of this option. Good idea. Yeah, yeah. And stop loss right here about the high 20s. Let's continue. Amazon. Well, Roger, why are you giving us Amazon if you got out of Amazon? That's not fair. Why wouldn't you just stay in Amazon? Well, because I could do whatever I want. That's why it's called the pit. I still like Amazon. I want to see Amazon close near the high of the day. If Amazon closes near the high of the day and holds it on Monday, I may get back in on Monday. What I think Amazon will do is start cooling off a little bit. And that's the reason why I get out of it. I don't think it's going to be as strong as this because I'll tell you why. It had great earnings, it had a great upgrade, and it's just not doing amazingly right now. It's not. It's. I would have expected it to open this morning with where the market opened, not at 187, but at 189. So, and by the way, you guys want to know why I bought Amazon for the pit? Because I wanted to take advantage of Apple's earnings. I thought Apple was going to have really good earnings, but I didn't want to get screwed on Apple if it didn't. And I thought the employment report was going to be good. So I thought of a good stock that had good exposure to Apple, consumer discretionary, technology, and at the same time to employment report. And I thought Amazon would have been a perfect stock. It's interesting. Nobody asked me why I took that stock, Matt. I thought you guys would want to know. Yeah, China will be back on Monday. Japan and China will be back on Monday. They're on a holiday. So I like Amazon, but I would wait on Amazon. So we're not going to do anything, but I'm just want to show you that it is still on my radar, very much so. And the market just went above the VWAP, so that's really, really good. C Limited is back on my list. Look at how it's holding up at the high of the day today. Your stop would be right here, about 60, low 61s. Charts. These are not proprietary charts. This is TC 2000. You can get this right out of the box. Oh, excuse me. Got something in my eye. 1 second. Excuse me first. Sorry about that. Okay. Uh, 21 days to go. 73 delta. 62 call right here on SE. I don't have any thoughts on CVS short. If you remind me in a minute, I will take a look at it though, because it does look. I remember it looking interesting. SYF, a bank stock. Yes, bank stocks are looking good right now. Manny, recommendation on Amazon is to wait and not do anything. I would wait on this because it's a little too removed from the 8-day EMA. I would have preferred to get it yesterday, and I didn't. So we're going to hold off on this. TT. I like how it's hugging this area here and defending the gap. I like it actually. I would put my stop right at the 8-day, right about 309. I would go 49 days till expiration and go in the money. Maybe all it's expensive, but maybe the 78, 300 call right here. It's better than paying $300. You can also offset it with the 330. So you've got the 300 versus the 330. Okay. Goldman Sachs still looks good. I just don't want to do financials till next week. Skechers. I like this stock. I find the stock very interesting right now. I think the stock has some potential. I will put my stop right here at the 64 level. Hey, Sparkles, what can I tell you? You know, 49 days to go, 76 delta, 60 call right here. You're literally paying less than $1 implied volatility is being measured on less than $1. $6 out of this, $6 more than $6 is intrinsic, which means you're covering most of the nastiness that could potentially be there. Next one, SkyWest. The only second airline stock I like other than Delta. And it's not that far removed from the 8-day EMA. Your stop would go right here, about 72-ish level. You would go 49 days till expiration, 75, too spready. Too spready, forget it. BMA, nice stock, nice intraday trend, real nice looking stock for today. Again, a little too far from the 8-day EMA. I would prefer to buy it around the $55 level. Write that down. Gaston says if it has high implied volatility, the option you go deeper in the money. Yes, correct. Not vice versa, just a little bit less. I always go in the money. But I'd prefer to buy this one around the 55, 56 level. Susan, that was 49 days. It was June 21st on SKX. It just didn't have anything closer. 15 is not enough because you've got a lot of volatility right now and you have a weekend coming up. Your stop here would be in the 50 level. You're looking 49 days out. You're going, that's too spready. Too spready. Last stock. Actually, yeah, I like the stock. Look at this breakout. Love the consolidation, and I'm loving how it's breaking out to the upside. Also, this stock, believe it or not, is not really a tech stock. It's more of a solar stock. And if energies take a dump, it's breaking out. Stop would be immediately below this range at about the 170, low 170. You can go 21 days out on this one, 76 delta, 180 call. And I really do love this stock, and this stock can move. And last one, NI. Also a good stock. It's a utility stock. Utilities are hot right now. Your stop would be right at about the high 27 level. You'd go 49 days out. It's too spready. Forget it. Too spready. All right, Matt, why don't you do seasonality for us? I can't wait to hear what's in store for next week. The market looks like it's holding up. It's picking up. But again, it's Friday afternoon. We got to be extra careful. And before I turn you over to Matt, remember, Monday is a big, big day. I'm going to be giving you my projections for the second half of the year. Okay? So don't go missing out. Register, sign up, and I'll see you guys on Monday, okay? Matt, take over.
We could be at a big pivot point right now too.
Yeah.
With the Fed and, well, we'll see, but okay.
Go ahead, Matt.
There we go. Never wants to share for me. Okay. Here's the week ahead for the sectors and the SPY. Yeah. Consumer staples are really strong. Everything else, not so much. Just pretty choppy. Nothing to really see here overall. Markets go back and forth. See, interesting. Here is I had not this one. This one. Here is the sectors all overlapped on each other. Let me just pull us to the right date. So, again, mostly just choppiness. This is the ETF calendar for all the 11 sectors. Not a ton. XLC does seem to pick up some steam, but that ETF really hasn't been around a long time. So, but look at how much it swings back down. It's just because there's not a ton of data. But those are our two views of seasonality for next week. Here. Oh, right. Oh, wait. There's the other one. Just choppiness. Consumer staple strong. Everything else, not great. Okay. Let's go to the long side. Here's the numbers for it. Consumer staples is the strongest. Everything else doesn't look that great. Profit factors, with the exception of, again, consumer staples, are all junk. And the accuracy is not even awesome on consumer staples. If we go to the short side, it doesn't look that much better, to be honest. Uh, these accuracies are really low, so we seem to be more in just a random period. However, if we look at 10-day hold, that is clearly bearish. We are not winning. The market generally goes up. That's not generally going up. You're actually losing money in every single sector on a 10-day hold basis the next 2 market weeks. So clearly leaning bearish, a little bit broader in the next 2 weeks. Next week seems to be just kind of choppiness. It could mean more puts. Doesn't necessarily mean that. Obviously, you have to read the charts, but seasonally, yes. The number is sad. The number's sad today on the long side. It's 130. That's pitiful. Consumer staples still at the top. They're still the strongest. Everything else looks junky. Kind of in the same story the last few days. The short side, 97. So again, we're just chopping around right now. Expand the sectors. Yeah, it's just broad. Uh, 10-day hold, rough as well on the long side. Really rough. What is that? 15 stocks with a 70% or higher win rate, and some of these profit factors are not even good. That's junk. So that's 14, 13, 12, 11. MSI, sure, if I have it. I don't. Oh, yeah. Yes, I do. Motorola right here. Uh, Decently bullish, actually. Nice, Vivek.
Before you conclude, Matt, I want to say something important.
I did want to look at the short side of 10-day hold, show you the disparity. This is a good metric, though. Watch this. I'm going to sort the profit factors from least to greatest on 10-day hold. And if you were to buy and hold for 10 days, each stock in the S&P 500, you would have lost money on 354 of them. And you would have barely made money on 484. So keep that in mind as you're looking at your setups next week.
Are there something I need to tell everybody?
Yep, go ahead.
You ready for me?
I'm ready for you.
I don't need to change my screen. If the can't get it going. All right, something useful and important to you guys. So, I'm sure you heard this. I'm sure Kramer's talking about it right now in real time. So, you all know that S&P is having a removal. PXD is going to be out of S&P 500. Going to be replaced with a new name. We're speculating on the name because those stocks go up naturally after they're in the S&P. So I'm going to give you the list of every stock that could potentially be included in the S&P before we go.
I'd imagine Uber's on that short list.
Hmm?
Would imagine Uber's on the short list.
No, I just posted the list.
No. Okay.
That's the list. You guys know what to do. Have a great weekend.
Palantir.
PXD, the gas company. I think so, Perry. I think it may. I think the odds are it will. Oh, CVS. I'm looking at it right here, actually, on my second screen. I think it's going to build a base. I don't think it's going to do anything today, but I think it's still a good short. I think there's still more downside. Meta, I like Meta. Meta is looking actually really good right now. It's looking fantastic right now. I like it a lot. A lot. It's just that Friday afternoons are a little wacky, but I do like Meta. Peter, that's one of the things I'm going to answer on Monday at 1:00. Because they always want to have stocks that have big market cap that can move the index. And I don't know if you've noticed this or not, Carrie, but they're moving towards tech more and more and more. Yeah, PXD. PXD is out. And is it going to be CrowdStrike? Is it going to be Dell? Is it going to be Workday? Is it going to be Coin? Or is it going to be Palantir?
All right.
One of them is going to be included in the S&P 500 on Monday.
When I said Uber, see, I was flipped. Palantir and Uber were the two biggest front runners last time.
Yeah.
And they picked Uber and not Palantir. So
and CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike was also a big. I'll talk about that on Monday, but those are the stocks you want to watch. All right. All right, Kathy. You guys have a great weekend. Sayonara. I'll see you guys on, and I'm also liking Goldman Sachs here. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend. If you made money this week, send me an email. I mean, this week, if I helped you make money this week, send me an email. If I kept you out of trouble, send me an email. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.